This was made with your measurements in mind. Ah, it's nothing. A little handicraft and
You really went to all the trouble of building a new stovetop? What was wrong with the original?
No, it's nothing like that. As boss always says, hire who you trust and trust who you hire. I just... anyway, as I was saying, cooking for guests, having the right equipment is a big part of that. Sometimes cooking is all about being well prepared. That's how you ensure...
Okay, and what about precision and...
Precision all comes down to using your eyes. Where to slice into a particular cut of meat, how much oil. When you cook for yourself, you can always add salt if it's too bland or add water if it's too salty. You can tweak the...
Worst case scenario, Paimon can deal with any subpar dishes.
The final thing you have to focus on is consistency. You have to be able to handle the most challenging orders with the same level of technique. You have to cater to their own dietary needs, while...
This last point is big.
Don't worry. Matter of fact, and of course, I'll be around to help... There's no time to lose, so let's get started. I imagine...
Oh, Paimon's memory is like a steel... Which ticket are we on again? Table 1 was onions, but... Was Paimon just sleep floating? We didn't even get a break in the middle.
No, but this is peak season. You both did a mighty fine job for your first time serving guests. Luckily, all our customers were familiar faces this time around, so we didn't get any strange requests.
No strange request? Someone asked for almond tofu drizzled in soy...
It's a wide world out there. People have all kinds of different tastes. Also, the thing about requests is that they're usually very specific.
Excuse me. Are you still open?
Paimon?
What should we do? It doesn't look like anyone's here.
It's all right. If we start building a campfire now, we'll be eating before too long.
Right. Besides, if anyone's to blame, it's...
Lenny, Lynette, Fremine, it is you!
Paimon? So, is the Traveler here?
Traveler, Paimon!
Paimon was gonna say the same thing! We're just lending a helping hand at the inn. Anyway, so that's how we ended up here. But what about you guys?
No, quite the opposite, actually. We're in Liyue on vacation, and while we're...
Father said we deserve some rest after everything that happened recently. Otherwise, it could jeopardize our next mission.
It's not every day we get this kind of opportunity. Lenny thought it might be fun to spend some time in Liyue, especially since it's land...
We could hardly pass up the opportunity to watch a Liyue-style magic show.
In our time here, we've...
So, we decided to stay here for a few more days. We visited Granny Roshin in Chingsa village not long ago, and today we continued our cultural...
In the end, though, we lost track of time. We haven't even...
And speaking of eating, as you know, seafood is a big part of both Liyue and Fontaine cuisine, but it's cooked very differently here. We simply had to try some local seafood after coming all this way. That's another reason why we...
Oh, need any recommendations?
That fish one with the misleading name. Sounds bland, but it...
Oh, you mean blackback perch soup? You're right. The name does...
It looked and smelled so appetizing that Lynette took a huge mouthful, blissfully unaware that she was about to set her mouth on fire. She could barely speak for the rest of the day after that.
Luckily, that wasn't it.
What? Aren't you guys...
Yes. A little.
Yes, I'm ready to eat. Good question. I doubt we'll be able to decipher the menu, so why don't you
one more thing. Please, if you have a heart, don't make it spicy.
Fontaine, huh? No wonder they can't handle too much spice. Still, if we make the food too bland, they might as well be eating... There's this crab and shrimp stir-fry I know that could work. It's quite heavily seasoned, but it's a lot...
Ooh, that sounds...
Well, this is where it gets interesting. They call it the Palace Jewels. The crab roe. Here's the recipe. When you're ready...
Ah, yes. We meant to say, you two must be tired after a long day of work.
Oh, now that you mention it, Paimon is a little hungry. Well, if you insist, then who are we to refuse? Oh, right, of course. You're still our customer.
The sauce looks a little overpowering.
According to Leo, it
Looks delicious, traveler. I guess I'll dig in first. Here goes.
What is it? Do you need some water?
No, it's delicious. The flavor is so pure. It's drenched in sauce, but somehow it just enhances the natural flavor of the seafood. Try it for yourselves.
What is that? Crab roe?
Yep, you have quite the palate, Lynette.
No wonder it pairs so well with the shrimp meat. I've never seen it prepared this way before.
According to the creator, chewy crab complements succulent shrimp, making a spectacular seafood ensemble with a succulent flavor and luscious mouthfeel. The crab roe glitters like pearls of gold, and the shrimp shines like chunks of jade. Hence its name, the Palace Jewels.
So that's where the name comes from. Huh. I suppose it's quite fitting then.
was Paimon always this well-spoken?
This dish must be right up your alley, Lynette. Huh?
It's half gone already? When did that happen?
I heard that in Liyue. The biggest compliment you can pay to the chef is to leave a clean plate. It's delicious. Thank you ever so much.
Wait, don't fight over it! Hey, leave some for Paimon!
I think I'm finally getting the hang. Yeah. Well, Linny and Lynette picked it up in no time, but they're naturally dexterous. Unlike me, it's taken me a lot longer, but I'm slowly getting there. Oh, speaking of chopsticks, in one of the shows we've seen here, someone performed a conjuring trick using a bowl and chopsticks.
Lynette's not usually so forthcoming about what she likes. But this time, well, she's expressed it in more ways than one. I guess you've rubbed off on her too. Or maybe your cooking is simply too delicious to resist. The next time our paths cross in Fontaine, you'll have to fire up your cooking skills for my other siblings as well. How does that sound, oh great master chef? Oh yeah? Well then, I'll have to clear my schedule.
Calorie surplus detected. Digestion mode engaged. Yeah. Well, Linny and I are usually careful about what we eat because we have to stay in performance shape. But once in a while, it's nice to treat yourself in the company of family. Besides, if I'd waited until my brothers were finished trying to outpolite each other, the food would have gone cold.
So your friends like the dish, huh? Well done. Not bad at all for your first day on the job. There'll be more to come, so keep it up.
Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste. In Ina's